Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making number 196 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares, and you see it right away. We're making it with popcorn stitches. This one is so beautiful that I designed for our granny square project here. We are using popcorn stitches today, an eclectic amount of stitches. We're using single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, treble crochets. There's single crochets on the last round here, so it's a great amount of stitches, and it's kind of like a 3D square with those popcorns, so that's exciting. A great square today. The supplies we are going to need today, I'm just using all Red Heart Super Saver yarn. This is just scrap yarn that I have lying around, so you don't have to have a whole lot of yarn. I'm using worsted weight yarn that is a 10 ply or a size 4 medium yarn. You could use any double knitting or worsted weight yarn. Whatever you have scraps lying around. We are also demonstrating this in an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters, so make sure you have that handy, as well as a yarn needle and a scissors, because we'll be cutting our yarn and sewing in our ends, and those tools just come in handy in this whole project. So let's see here. Before we start, I have to mention there are links in the description of this video. So there's a link to my blog, YARNutopia.com, where you'll get the written pattern for this square. You'll get the written pattern. The square is called Be the Light Granny Square. So you'll see that on my blog, and then also you'll see all 365 days of granny squares. So if you click the photo, it will take you to its video tutorial here on YouTube. And then if you go to the bottom of that blog post for the 365 days of granny squares, you'll get the links to the written pattern. So you will see number 196 granny square, Be the Light Granny, and you'll click that and go to the written pattern for that one. Also, there's a link to my Facebook and Instagram page. Make sure to follow me on both pages and share your photos. I want to see what colors you come up with today. This is such a fun square, and with these little points on each side, it just is a lot of fun. So I want to see what colors you come up with today. Share your photo in the comment section on Facebook on today's post of this square. Just look for this square and post your photo in the comment section. And then on Instagram, make sure to hashtag 365 days of granny squares, and you can hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your work. And one last thing, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make these videos with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get the update on when he posts our next one. So let's get started in making number 196 granny square. Let's start off by making a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, kind of like this. Then fold that down and pull that long end through that loop. Okay, and pull tight. Then insert your hook and we can start. To start off, we need to chain 6. So yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. This is 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to come way over to the beginning chain right here, this first chain, and we're going to slip stitch in there to form a ring. So go in, then yarn over and pull through and through. Okay, so that's a slip stitch, and now we've created a ring. If you know how to start with the magic ring, you can start that way as well, but we are going to be putting popcorn stitches into this ring. So to start off, we're going to make a beginning popcorn stitch. So that is chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have to put 4 double crochets into this ring. So yarn over once, go into the ring, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, okay, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. So like I said, we had to put 4 in there. So that was 1. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And another one. Yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so there are our 4 double crochet. This chain of 3 is going to count as a double crochet, so what I need you to do to make this popcorn stitch, this beginning popcorn stitch, we're going to remove our hook from this loop, so I just pull it up like that, pull out my hook. I'm going to go into the chain up 3 right here. At the top of this chain up 3, I'm going to insert my hook, and then I'm going to put that loop back on my hook. Okay, pull that tight, and then we're going to pull that loop through that chain up 3. Okay, kind of pulling it tight, and you can see that these stitches folded in half. So there is a popcorn stitch. Okay, that's our beginning popcorn stitch. Now we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, 1. And now we're going to put another popcorn stitch into this ring. So a regular popcorn stitch, if you want, you can, because we're going to put 8 of these in this ring. You want to kind of scoot this over so that you have your room. Okay, the regular popcorn stitch is 5 double crochets into this ring. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then once you have your 5th double crochet done, we're going to remove our hook from this loop, so just pull that loop up, remove your hook, go into the first double crochet of this 5 double crochet grouping, so right in here, go in, put that loop back on your hook, and then pull that through and pull it tight. Okay, and there's our popcorn stitch. Now we want to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to make another popcorn stitch into this ring. Okay, so you can see I'm kind of scooting these over. Don't be afraid of these. We're going to scoot them over really tight so they're really tight to each other. Okay, so I'm just going to put 5 double crochets back into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then remove my hook from this loop. Go into the first double crochet of this grouping, put the loop back on my hook and pull it all the way through and pull tight, and then scoot this over. Okay, so we want to make sure we have 8 popcorn stitches and 8 chain 1 spaces. Okay, so again, after you finish your popcorn, make sure to chain 1 and then put another popcorn into the ring. Okay, so we want to have 8 popcorn stitches into this ring and 8 chain 1 spaces in between your popcorn stitches. So then I'm just going to do that because it's going to take me a little bit of time and I don't want you to waste your time watching me. So just do that if you need to rewind to see how I made this popcorn stitch. But just continue doing that. Once I have 8 popcorn stitches in total, I'll meet you up and then we'll go on to the next round. Alright, once you finish your last popcorn, make sure to chain 1 and then slip stitch to the beginning popcorn stitch, or you can just slip stitch into this first chain 1 space. It's totally up to you, nobody's going to see it. I'm going to go right in here actually, into the popcorn stitch itself. Okay, and then yarn over and pull through. It's going to be a little tight. There we go. Pull through and pull through. So that we slip stitch to the beginning. At this point, we can go right into the next round. I'm not even going to change color. So this next round, we are going to be working in the chain 1 spaces between our popcorn stitches. Okay, so if you can see here, there's one there's one there, right between our popcorn stitches. Okay, so I'm going to slip stitch into there. If you want to, you can fasten off this color, just chain 1, cut your yarn, continue pulling it all the way through, and then start in any chain 1 space between your popcorns. Okay, I'm not going to change color, so I'm going to go into this chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through and through for a slip stitch, and then we're going to chain up 1. Okay, and going on to round number 2, we're going to put 2 single crochet into each space around, each chain 1 space. So go into this chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, go in, to the same chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So there's 2 single crochets in there. Then we're going to hop over this popcorn stitch into this next chain 1 space right here, and we're going to put 2 single crochets in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And again, go back in to the same space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So 2 single crochets into each chain 1 space. Super simple round. So then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 3. Alright, finishing round 2 here. I have 2 single crochet in each space, and now I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round. Okay, so not this chain up 1 right here. You see the chain up 1? We're actually going to go into the single crochet. So if you have to count back 16, you should have 16 single crochet. Go to the first single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and through for a slip stitch. Okay, so this is what it should look like so far. So now this is kind of bowling up, and we don't want that. We want it to be flat. So what we're going to do is make this flatter and do another increase on this next round. So I'm not even going to change color here. You can change color, you can fasten off, change color, start in any stitch around, but I'm going to just keep this color. We're going to chain up 1, so yarn over, pull through, and then in each stitch around we're going to put 2 single crochets. So in this first stitch that we just slip stitched into, we're going to go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So 1 and 2. Okay. Hop to the next stitch, put 2 single crochets in there, 1 and 2. So we're basically repeating round 2, except we're putting 2 single crochets in each stitch now, okay, because there's no chain spaces on this round. So just put 2 single crochet into each stitch on this round, and then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 4. Alright, when you come back around and you have 2 single crochet in each stitch, you should have 32 single crochets on this round. So if you need to, count back 32 and then slip stitch to the very first single crochet here. Okay, again, not this chain up 1 right there, but actually into the single crochet we go, yarn over, pull through, and through. At this point, I'm going to fasten off and change color. If you're not changing color, just chain up 3 and go on to round 4 with me. But I'm actually going to just chain 1 and then cut this yarn and pull it all the way through and pull it tight. And then I'm going to start, you can start in any stitch on this round. If you're changing color, I'm going to start in this next one right here. And then I'm going to grab my new color, hook that on my hook, and pull it through. And then chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to make a beginning popcorn stitch into this stitch. So again, remember from last round, we have to put 4 double crochet in here. So yarn over, go into the same stitch that we just attached to, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 for a double crochet. So we have to put a total of, well, we're going to put 4 double crochets in there, but it's going to look like 5 because this chain of 3 counts as a stitch. So that's 1, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now count back 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be this chain up 3 right here. Remove your hook from this loop, go into the chain up 3, then put that loop back on your hook and pull it through. Okay, then pull tight. And now we're going to chain 2. So yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2. Then we're going to skip 1 stitch, so skip this stitch, and then we're going to popcorn stitch into this next stitch. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that around. So skip this stitch, next stitch gets 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then remove your hook from this loop, put it in the first double crochet of this 5 double crochet grouping here, then hook that loop back on your hook and pull it through, and then pull that tight. So it makes the popcorn, so it's folded in half, making the popcorn stitch, and then chain 2. 1 and 2. Then we're going to skip this next stitch because in this next round, round 5, we're going to be working in these skipped stitches. So skip this stitch and put a popcorn in this next stitch. Okay, so 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then remove your hook from that loop, go into the first double crochet of this grouping, hook that loop back on your hook, and pull it through. Pull tight, and then chain 2. 1 and 2. And then repeat. So skip the next stitch, popcorn in the next stitch, chain 2, skip the next stitch, popcorn in the next stitch, chain 2. So just repeat that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up. And like I said, we're going to be using these skipped stitches from this round, so I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 5 together. Alright, when you're finished with this round, just chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch to the beginning popcorn stitch, or you can slip stitch into this chain 2 space, whichever you feel most comfortable doing. I'm just going to go into the popcorn, yarn over, pull through, and through. So you should have 16 popcorn stitches and 16 chain 2 spaces. At this point, I'm going to change color. If you're not changing color, you can slip stitch into this chain 2 space and then chain up 1 and go on to round 5 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here, cut my yarn, pull it all the way through and pull it tight. I'm going to insert my hook into any chain 2 space. So I'm just going to go right into here, grab my new color, hook that on my hook and pull it through. And then, like I said, chain up 1. So yarn over and pull through. Now, in each chain 2 space, we are going to put a single crochet, an extended double crochet, and a single crochet, all in the same chain 2 space. So to start off, we are going to go into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's our single crochet. Now the extended double crochet, we are going to work into this stitch from round 3 right here. Okay, that we skipped. Remember, we skipped around those stitches from the previous round. So we're going to yarn over, go down into that stitch from round 3, then work around your chain 2 space here. We're going to yarn over and pull it through and pull up, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through those other 2 loops on your hook. Okay, that's our extended double crochet worked into the stitch from round 3. And then in the same chain 2 space on this side of the double crochet, we're going to put a single crochet in this space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, just like that. So now we're going to hop over to this chain 2 space, so move this popcorn stitch over, and we're going to put a single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Now we need to make an extended double crochet, so yarn over, go down into the stitch that we skipped from round 3, then yarn over and pull through and pull up, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And in the same chain 2 space right here on this side, we're going to put a single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then we're just going to hop to the next chain 2 space and repeat. So put a single crochet, then your extended double crochet down into the stitch from round 3, and then a single crochet back into that same chain 2 space. And then hop to the next chain 2 space and repeat. So just do that all the way around. At the end of round 5, you should have 48 stitches. So I'll meet you up at the end of round 5 and we'll go on to round 6. Alright, finishing this round, we're just going to single crochet last here, and then we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now at this point I am going to change color. If you're not changing color, just chain up, let's see here, chain up 3 and go on to round 6 with me. But I'm going to chain 1, cut that yarn, and continue to pull that through and pull tight. I'm going to go into the same stitch that we just slip stitched into, or you can start in any first single crochet of these groupings. So you can see a single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. You want to start in the first single crochet of any grouping, okay? And then I'm going to pick up my next yarn, hook that on my hook and pull that through, and then chain up 3. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, and 3. And in the same stitch, we are going to put a double crochet. So yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay? So now it looks like there's 2 double crochet in there because that chain of 3 counts as a stitch. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets into the next stitch right here. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So there's our first corner. Okay, so this round we're making our square shape. So now in the next 2 stitches we're going to put a half double crochet in each one of those. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And in the next stitch, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now in the next 6 stitches we are going to put a single crochet. So go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, next stitch is 2, next stitch 3, next is 4, this one is 5, and the next one is 6. Okay, then in the next 2 stitches we want to put a half double crochet in each one of those. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And the next stitch, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now we're going to make our corner, our next corner, over these next 2 stitches right here. So we're going to put 2 double crochet in this next stitch. Okay, double crochet again is yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so we have to put 2 double crochet in that next stitch right there. Then we have to chain 2, 1 and 2, and put 2 double crochet into the very next stitch right here. So 1 and 2. Okay, and then we just want to repeat now what we did for this side, for this part, and each part around. Okay, so I'll show you again. We're going to put a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, then a single crochet in the next 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch, oops, 1 and 2 in the same stitch, okay, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then put 2 double crochets into the next stitch for our corner, just like that. Okay, there's our third corner. Now we're going to work on this next side here. In the next 2 stitches, we're going to put a half double crochet in each one of those. So 1 and 1. Okay, then in the next 6 stitches, we are going to put a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, and 6, And then in the next 2 stitches, we're going to put a half double crochet in each one of those. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets into this very next stitch right here. Okay, we're making our next corner, or our last corner for this round. So 2 double crochets in there, in that stitch. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then put 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, and we're going to work our last side now. So a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 1. And then one single crochet in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now 1 half double crochet in each of these last 2 stitches here. So half double crochet in each one of those. And then we're going to slip stitch to the very beginning chain up 3 of this round right here. 1, 2, 3, right at the top. Just insert your hook and then yarn over and pull through and through. All right, that's a cute little square. If you wanted to have a mini square, you could fasten off here and have a cute little mini square. But I want to make another fancy design, so I'm going to grab my next color and we're going to go on to round 7. If you're not changing color, just slip stitch into this next stitch and into this chain 2 corner space, and then chain up 1 and go on to round 7 with me. But I'm actually going to change color, so I'm going to chain 1 here, cut that yarn and pull that through, pull it tight, and then I'm going to insert my hook into the corner chain 2 space and grab my other yarn. You don't have to change color if you don't want to, but I'm going to hook that new color on and pull that through, and then chain up 1. And now we're going to put in the same space, we're going to single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to chain 2, so 1 and 2, and then in the same space we are going to put a single crochet again. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so those are going to be in the chain 2 corner spaces. Now we are going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So if you need to, scoot this over so you can see this first stitch right here. We're going to go in for single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and now in this next stitch here, we are going to put 5 stitches in there. We're going to put a single crochet. So go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. In the same stitch, we're going to put a half double crochet. So yarn over, go in to the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. Now we're going to put a double crochet, so yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And we are going to put a single crochet, so this is where the shape comes in. We're going to go down into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, and we're going to put another double crochet in there as well. So yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so you can kind of see that it is making that sort of wave shape. And now we are going to chain 3, so yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3. And in the very next stitch, we're going to make the same amount of stitches, but opposite. So we're going to put a double crochet, so yarn over, go into this next stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to put a single crochet, so just go into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to put another double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we have to put a half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. And one more stitch in there, if you can scoot that over so you can get that space, we're going to put a single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so there it is, our nice little shape there. Okay, so now we are going to put a single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're at the chain 2 corner space. So remember from the beginning, we're going to put a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And now we're just going to repeat what we did on this side, okay, for this side and each side around. So I'll show you one more time. We're going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now in this next stitch right here, we're going to put a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, then a single crochet, and a double crochet, all in that same stitch. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch right here we're going to put a double crochet, then a single crochet, then another double crochet, then a half double crochet, and a single crochet. And then we want to single crochet in the next 6 stitches until we get to the next chain 2 corner space. And in the corner we're putting our single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And then we're just going to repeat what we did on the side. So if you need to, rewind this and follow along with the side, but then I'll just do my last 2 sides here and I'll meet you up at the end of this round and we'll go on to round 8. Okay, when you're finished with this round, just slip stitch to the first single crochet in this corner right here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, so we can just lay this flat. You might need to manipulate these little side shapes a little bit to get that shape that we're looking for, that pointed shape. Okay, just like that. That looks really cool so far. So now we are going to frame around this. So I'm going to change color. If you're not changing color, slip stitch into this corner chain 2 space and then chain up 4 and go on to round 8 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn and pull that through, pull it tight, and I'm going to insert my hook into this chain 2 corner space, pick up my new yarn, hook that on my hook and pull that through, and then chain up 4. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now in the same space, in the same chain 2 space, we're going to put a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go into the chain 2 corner space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to chain 2, so yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2. And in the same corner space here, we are going to put 2 more treble crochets. So yarn over twice, go into the space, corner space here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And again, yarn over twice, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Alright, now, so that's how the corners are going to be. Now we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through. Okay, we're going to skip this first single crochet right here. So you can see it's in the corner here. We're going to skip over that. and we're going to treble crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over twice, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and treble crochet into the next. So remember, yarn over twice, skip this one, go into this one for a treble crochet, then chain 1, and now we're going to skip this next stitch and treble crochet into the next stitch. Okay, now we are going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through. Now we're going to skip this single crochet here, we're going to skip this single crochet here, skip this half double crochet, skip this double crochet, skip this single crochet, and skip this double crochet, and we're going to go into the chain 3 space right here for a single crochet. So just go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then chain 1, skip over all of these stitches and this single crochet right here. So you can see all these stitches in this next stitch right here, and then this single crochet in this stitch right here. We're going to skip over all those, and we're going to go into this next stitch here for a treble crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, treble crochet, skip this one, and treble crochet in the next one right there. Then chain 1, skip the next stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch, then chain 1, and now we're going to skip this last stitch on the side, and in the chain 2 corner space we're going to put our corner. So that's 2 treble crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more treble crochets in there, 1 and 2. Okay, so now we are going to repeat what we did on this side. Okay, and you kind of want to move your single crochet over so it's at the very tip of that peak there. Okay, so we're going to repeat what we did on this side for this side and each side around. So chain 1, skip the next stitch, you might have to scoot these over so you can see it, and then treble crochet in the next stitch, then chain 1, skip the next stitch, treble crochet in the next stitch. So to keep in mind, there should be 3 treble crochets on each side of this middle piece here. So 3 treble crochets on this side, 3 treble crochets on this side, single crochet in the middle there, and then we obviously have our corners. So make sure that you are counting your stitches and making sure that you skip the right stitches. And I am going to do this all the way around. If you need to, just rewind what I showed you for this side, so you just repeat that in each side, and then I'll meet you up at the end of this round. We'll go on to our last round together. When you're finished with this round, make sure to chain 1 and then slip stitch to the beginning chain up 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 is right here, so go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now this next round is just a single crochet round. I'm going to start in the corner. I'm going to change color, but you can just chain up 1 and single crochet in these first 2 stitches and then meet me in the corner there. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn and pull that through, pull it tight. I'm going to start in a corner, grab my other color, hook that on my hook and pull it through, and then I'm going to chain up 1, so yarn over, pull through. Oh my goodness, there we go. Okay, and now we're going to single crochet in the same space. Just want to make sure my, okay, so we're putting 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. Okay, 2 single crochets, then chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to put 2 more single crochets into the same space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to single crochet into each stitch and each chain 1 space across. So I'll count, there is 1, 2, 3, chain 1 space, 4, chain 1 space, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, don't forget the single crochet here, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And now we're at the next chain 2 corner space, so we're going to put 2 single crochets, then chain 2, and then put 2 more single crochets in there. Okay, and then just repeat what we did on this side for the side and each side around. So a single crochet, you might have to scoot these over so you can see that first stitch there. Single crochet in each stitch and in the chain 1 spaces all the way across for 19 stitches across, and then in the corner chain 2 spaces we're putting 2 single crochet, chain 2, and 2 single crochet. So just do that and then I'll meet you up at the end of this round. Alright, when you come back around, you just want to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, whether you started in a stitch or in the corner. Just your first single crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through and through, and now we can fasten off. So chain 1, cut your yarn, pull it all the way through and pull it tight, grab your yarn needle and sew in your end. And there you have it. Number 196 granny square is complete. Thank you so much for watching and joining me in this big project. This is so much fun. I hope you all are having a great time as well, getting these new designs and exciting designs. And you may have to block this one. I'll just stretch it out, make sure that these little points are nice and pointed and not overlapping or anything. So yeah, maybe blocking this will be helpful, but there it is. It's so lovely. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to share your photos on the Facebook page on today's post on there, and then also share it on Instagram and hashtag 365 days of granny squares, and you can hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your square as well. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Happy hooking!